All right, hey guys, happy fall of 23 semester here at Fresno City College. I wanted to do an introduction video. My dog is growling in the background. Of course he is, because why wouldn't he be when I'm trying to record a video? An introduction video so that I can kind of share a little bit about me with you so that you can kind of understand my perspective and how the filter that the information that you're about to learn this semester goes through before it gets to you. So that filter is me. The information, I process the information and share it with you. So I want to make sure that you understand where my perspective comes from, what my life experiences are, what my educational experience, my employment experience, and my teaching experience, and just where I come from, all that kind of stuff. Because I think it's important to understand where, I think all of your instructors, but where I don't know, for lack of a better term, again, I'm going to say the same phrase, come from, and what my perspective is when I'm sharing information with you. So, first and foremost, of course, I'm Kathleen Fernandez. I am your instructor for this online course. It is the fall of 23. I'm sorry that it took me so long to do this. It's been a crazy week. You've all been dealing with self-service, which has been a disaster. Unfortunately, this seems to happen every semester, but that's a whole other story. So anyways, I am not a robot. I actually do teach these classes, and I teach some other classes on campus as well. So I am in the social science building Monday through Thursday. I'm on campus a decent amount this semester, probably more than usual this semester. So if you are on campus ever, drop by, say hello. I'm in SO 113, so I'm downstairs in the social science building. Granted, I have classes, so I'm not always in there, but that's where my office is. What else? So I wanted to give you, again, background about me. So I am from the Valley. Born and raised here in the Valley, not just Fresno, but I was born in Fresno. When I was a couple years old, I'm sorry, a couple of weeks old. My dog is distracting me because he's over there. He'll probably jump up on my lap in a couple minutes because I'm home by myself and he's super needy. But anyways, when I was a couple weeks old, my dad graduated from the police academy. So he was hired by the Oakland Police Department. So at a couple weeks old, my family, my mom, dad, brother, and myself, we all moved up to the Bay Area. And my dad was a police officer in Oakland. That lasted about 2 years. At about the 2-year mark, his partner was killed in the line of duty. And my mom was having none of that, as you can imagine. She was afraid that something tragic would happen to him, and that she would end up being a widow taking care of 2 small children. That was a rough time in the community in general, but police relations with the community were also pretty rough during that time. It was the early 1970s. Yes, I'm really old. So my dad left the Oakland Police Department and got hired by the Selma Police Department. And so that's where I grew up. I went to Selma Elementary, junior high, and high school in Selma. Graduated from Selma High School. During that time, my dad got hired by the Marshal Service, from Selma PD to the Marshal Service. And that was kind of the beginning of the end of the family unit. He left, was gone, and it was just my mom raising my brother and myself. So things got a little tricky financially, as you know, as it does, and I'm sure that it's the same boat that a lot of you have been in. So going to college became a little bit more tricky, obviously, because I didn't have any money, and my grades were okay, but I had been working a lot in high school to help my mom pay the bills, which I'm sure a lot of you had been doing as well. And so, I couldn't get scholarships or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to guess where I ended up going to college, at least to start. You guessed it. I was right where you are at Fresno City College, and it was great for me. It was what I needed. I went to Fresno City College for 3 years because I was messing around and not taking care of business. So understand that there's hope for those of you who are messing around and not taking care of business, but get on track. Get on track. Don't waste time like I did, because it's just more time out of your life. Wasted. Not that any time is wasted at Fresno City College. We want you as long as we could possibly have you. But at the same time, we know you want to move on. So anyways, so I went to Fresno City College and then went on to Fresno State. I knew I was interested in criminology, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. So I worked my way through college in restaurants, but mostly bartending at Red Robin. So I wasn't like some, crazy seedy bar, but I worked at Red Robin for most of my college career, bartending, and I lived on my own, worked my way through college, all that kind of stuff. So I graduated from Fresno State with a bachelor's degree in criminology with an emphasis in law enforcement. Still had no idea what I wanted to do. I was pretty sure, I didn't know if I wanted to be a police officer or not, so I decided to take a job at the Madera Police Department as a community service officer, which was really, it was dispatching. That was the most difficult job I probably ever had. I made more money bartending, and it was a million times less stressful. I learned pretty quickly dispatching that I was not cut out for law enforcement, for working at a police agency, for a couple reasons, but mostly because of the shift work. Working those crazy swing shift, night shifts, graveyards, my body did not do well with the crazy hours, which go figure. I didn't know that until I tried it, and realized this is not for me. So I left that job after they refused to give me Tuesday nights off, and I'll tell you why I needed Tuesday nights off. I felt guilty because I didn't have a real job, but I had a college degree. So I decided to continue going to school. So I went to grad school. So I applied to Fresno State, the master's program, and I got in. And so I just kept going to school. I needed Tuesday nights off. And Madera PD wouldn't let me have Tuesday nights off. So that's why I quit. And I went back to bartending. And while I was in grad school, we had to do an internship. It was a requirement to graduate. And I am the ultimate procrastinator. I waited till the last day to sign up for that class. And the last spot that they had was with the Fresno County Probation Department. And I was not happy. I had always been told that probation officers were glorified social workers with guns, and that you weren't really law enforcement. These were just kind of meh. It was kind of a crappy job is what I had been told, okay? By my cop dad, by the way. If you're wondering who told me that would have been my dad. So I wanted to graduate, so I took the internship, of course. And from day one, I absolutely loved it. It was my dream job that I didn't know was my dream job. And you're going to hear that phrase again. So I started applying with probation agencies. Fresno wasn't hiring, so I got hired in Tulare County first. I was there for about a year and a half, and then I got hired with the Fresno County Probation Department, and I worked in probation as a probation officer for almost 20 years until, God, my dogs, good Lord, until July of 2016. When I started here at Fresno City College full-time. This spot came up, and it turned out to be the dream job that I never knew that I wanted. And so I left probation. I didn't retire. I wasn't old enough to retire. But I started realizing that I was getting older, and it was getting more difficult it was gonna get more difficult to break up fights, to chase people down, to wrestle and tussle with people. So this kind of just seemed like the best option, and I absolutely loved this job. So had I not gone to grad school, had I known what I wanted to do when I graduated from Fresno State the first time with my bachelor's degree, I never would have this job because I have to have a master's degree to do this. So anyways, everything happens for a reason. I absolutely love this job. I am absolutely here for you guys. I totally believe in community college. I certainly believe in Fresno City College. So anyways, okay, so that's my a lot of my career history. I was a campus officer at Hoover High School. So if you ever look at me and go, huh, she kind of looks familiar. I was at Hoover High School for about 6 years. That was my favorite assignment. I loved it. I also worked in a courtroom for about 8 years as a probation officer. I forgot to say, probation worked great for me because I could run around and carry assault rifles and kick doors down, or sit in a courtroom, or write reports, or work with adults, or work with juveniles, and work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, like normal people, and get holidays off and live a normal life if you wanted to have a family. So speaking of family, I've been married for 25 years. It'll be 26 years in November. And my husband is not in law enforcement or corrections or anything of the sort. So somebody had to make money anyways. Just kidding. And then I have 2 kids. My son is 22 and he is an accountant. He graduated from UC Davis last June, so June of 23. So he's here in Fresno and is working for a local accounting firm. And my daughter has just started her junior year as a pre-med student at the Honors College at Arizona State University. Arizona State University. Anyways, so yeah, that's my life. I have 2 dogs right now. They are wrestling and fighting over a toy. I have a big black pit bull and a little annoying Yorkie. That's basically my life. That is me. I am always available. So if you need something, let me know. But that is me and my perspective and all that kind of stuff. So welcome.